Ecuador beat Germany. Cape Verde, an island nation of just 500,000 people, held Spain to a draw. South Africa fought their way into the knockouts for the first time in history. If you filled out a bracket for the 2026 World Cup, you can throw it out. The expectation that European and South American heavyweights will arrive and safely dominate the group stages is no longer a reality. We're tracking 5 specific teams and 5 stories from this tournament. Each one provides evidence that in the current era of football, a high ranking is no longer a shield. Taken together, these results show that the gap between the established giants and the rest of the world has reached a breaking point. Story number 5 begins with Cape Verde. There are only 525,000 people living there. In Atlanta, they faced Spain, a squad valued in the hundreds of millions. Cape Verde didn't just survive. They held Spain to a goalless draw and reached the knockout rounds in their first ever World Cup. It was a performance built on discipline that a nation their size shouldn't achieve. Story number 4 shows what happens when that discipline turns into an attack. Germany entered their match against Ecuador as the highest scoring team in the tournament. When they took a lead in the second minute, the game followed the expected script. Ecuador stayed composed. They equalized in the 9th minute, and in the 77th minute, Gonzalo Plata found the back of the net to complete a stunning come-from-behind victory. The impact on the German side was visible. Midfielder Joshua Kimmich admitted afterward that Ecuador simply wanted the win more than they did. While the Germans searched for answers, 19 million people across Ecuador celebrated a victory that proved they could dismantle a top 10 opponent. We are seeing a progression here, from teams that are happy to survive a match to teams that have the confidence to hunt down a lead and destroy a favorite. Story number 3 is about a nation overcoming its own history. In 2010, South Africa hosted the world. They had the home field advantage and the energy of a continent behind them, yet they were eliminated before the knockouts began. 16 years later, that ghost was finally laid to rest. At 5 a.m., vuvuzelas sounded across Soweto as South Africa finally reached the knockouts. The emotion on the pitch was a direct contrast to 2010. Back then, the country cried because they were going home. In 2026, they cried because they were staying. Story number 2 centers on Vozinha. At 40 years old, he arrived as a free agent, leaving him without a club. This chart shows the pressure against Spain. Out of 27 shots, Vozinha stopped every single one. Off the pitch, his social media jumped from 46,000 to 14 million overnight, surpassing the biggest stars in American sports. The US State Department even stepped in to help his mother secure a visa so she could be in the stands to witness the moment. Vozinha's story represents the peak of individual defiance, but our final team has moved beyond individual heroics and into systemic dominance. Story number 1 is Morocco. This is no longer a story about a team hoping for a miracle. This is a disciplined, highly technical squad that has become a permanent fixture in the late stages of the tournament. Their roster is filled with elite talent, including Champions League winner Achraf Hakimi. They possess the technical pedigree to match any European powerhouse. This data point is the most telling of the entire group stage. 0. Morocco did not concede a single goal from open play. Their defensive organization is currently the most effective in the world. As they prepare to face the Netherlands, the perspective has shifted. The world isn't asking if Morocco can survive. The question is whether the Netherlands has a way to break them down. These 5 teams have collectively altered how we define success in the World Cup. The clear line between the giants and the rest has started to disappear. In 2026, the old labels are failing. There are no underdogs left, just teams that have seized their moment. Which of these 5 stories did you find most compelling? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to the Tunnel Report for the next episode.